I don't want you to copy Alex Hormozi. I don't want you to copy Iman Gadzhi. I don't want you to copy any famous speakers outside there. I want you just to reflect on yourself and be yourself. Personal brand is not a simple thing, yet it's so simple to do it. You already have your own personal brand, and these are the things that you probably overlook. And I will emphasize this. You already have your own personal brand. Personal brand can actually help you in a lot of ways. So today I'm going to discuss with you. I'm going to help you to overcome your fears in actually finding who you yourself and what is the things that make personal brand so much valuable for you. Now, when people talk about personal brand, people have this misconception. It feels like very fake, inauthentic, unoriginal. It feels like you just want to promote some things. But the reality is, personal brand is actually deep rooted inside your heart. The way that you talk, the way you dress, the way you speak, actually is your own personal brand. But the reality is that when you look into YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, you'll find that some people have some relatable moments, some connectivity, some aspiring to be like Alex Hormozi, Iman Gadzhi, Cody Sanchez, Ali Abdal, and a lot of other influencers outside there. So you need to know they have their own personal brands. And when you want to become successful like them, we tend to imitate other people that are aspiring our life. And as such, the way that we speak, dress, talk, the way that we think, sometimes is a mirror of them. And this is not the reality of you. You have your own personal brand. But you might be thinking that you're not good enough. You're not the person that you want to become. Let alone, you're not having any successful impact to the society, to the world that you can bragging to the social media. Here's the thing. If you want to become authentic, if you want to become relatable, you want to have your own audience. So you need to become yourself. And how for you to even be able to become yourself is that for you to try to impersonate other people's personality. You have your own personalities. When you talk to strangers, you have different kind of personalities. When you talk to your families, to your friend, you have different kind of personalities. When you talk with your wife, colleagues at school or in the office, you might have different personalities, and that is actually you. So you just need to choose one of those personalities that you feel more comfortable to be shown up in front of the cameras and make it as your own personal brand. And when you want to make your own personal brand, you will tend to overthink a lot of things. You'll feel that you want it to be as perfect as possible. You want it to be an image of yourself, be it a professional, a handsome guy, charismatic, such fluency in the way of talking and articulation of ideas. You have all those sort of thinkings. Yet, it's actually the ones that will hinder your growth. And you keep saying that I stumbling across my words. And that is actually who I am. Because I'm not the one who can articulate my ideas and speak to you in a very fast way. That's not who I am. I need time to think. And accepting the reality of who you are. If you are a slow-faced speaker, then accept those realities. Because there is an audience for you outside there that are waiting for you. You just need to make it happen. Now, most of you will think that you have nothing to offer to the world. You have nothing to reflect for your own personal brands. I'll just tell you this one little thing. If you're working 9-to-5 job and you're already doing your job for over 20 years, 15 years, you have so much experience on your job. Whether you like it or you hate it, you can talk about it. Don't disclose to the companies, just respect the privacy of the companies. Just want to help people to realize that if you're working as an auditor in an audit firm, Big Four, and then you found out that it's not actually quite a fun experience to begin with, you can tell stories about that. Why you think that before you entering the Big Four firms, and then you struggle, and then you think that you can become partners in the Big Four, but suddenly it feels that the reality kicks you in. And these are the things that people want to listen to before they even make the decision whether they want to become an auditor or not. Because the reality is that not all people that become an auditor will stick to become an auditor for a long period of time. They just want to become an auditor because of what? Because they want to achieve the qualification, ICAW, ACCA, and there's a lot of qualifications out there that requires an audit firm experience. And these are the things that you can talk about. Not always the positive things, but the negative things that can open their brain, their mind, into the things that can address the misconception in their life. If you don't want to talk about your works, you can also talk about the way that you live. Oh, I don't live in a fancy house. I don't care about that. People don't care about that. People might impress if you have a big house, you have a lot of fancy cars, you can travel around the world. People might be impressed with that, but people can't relate to that. People can just aspire to be that, but people will not relate to you. The objective with you developing your own personal brand is actually to build connections, is to build a relatability with your audience, with your potential clients, with your potential employers that you want to seek for a new job, to expand your horizons. These are the way that you need to think. Small matters in your life is actually big matters for people outside there. You might think that, oh, I have difficulty in commuting, hence I don't want to take my cars. I prefer to take Uber or Grabs. This is actually the things that people miss too. The opportunity to use Grab or Uber to replace their way of commute to their office. And you can just make a comparison. Why you want to take Uber to your workplace? Is it so cheaper? Is it save you a lot of times? Is it going to have you can sleep while the drivers send you to the office? So these are the things that you can give value to people. And actually sharing your life story will give so much impactful to people. And I learned it yesterday when one of the strangers that I've give talk to in how to develop their own personal brand in an authentic and simple way, actually came and meet me. She's around 51 years old, and she said that she's quite impressed in the way that I've talked. And I said to her that actually the way that I'm taught is not important, but what's important is the things that I've delivered, the message that I delivered, is the value that I want to impose actually came across to her. And she said yes. She kept thinking about the things that I said during the deliberations. Up until in the morning, she asked me whether I can talk to her. And I said yes, obviously, because I want to help people. And this is the reason why you think that the things that you talk is not important, but actually relatable to people. And when it's relatable to people, people actually will appreciate it and want to connect with you. That will build your trust and credibility, especially in the social media era, especially when you want to develop your own personal brands. Just think about it. When you be relatable to people, it's so much easier for people to approach you, to find you, to get your service, to get your expertise, or have to be partner with you for a special project, or even invite you to become part of their employees for their companies. Just imagine those kind of opportunities that will just lie on the table and you're just destroying all of that without you taking actions. The first step that you need to do is actually to record yourself. And trust me, your first video will not become the most remarkable videos that you will ever produce. But practice makes perfect. With quantity comes quality. Do you think that Porsche can produce a car that's super valuable today just from the start? No. The practice is out from 800s. Now, they become one of the things that people are so fancy of. Porsche, Lamborghini. This is the one that actually makes the status become so much higher in the societies. But they actually start from the beginnings. No one knows about them at the beginning, but they just keep start and doing it, improving from time to time. We are human beings. We are tend to make mistakes. Just accept the fact. You will make mistakes, but that doesn't mean the end of you. It just means that you keep improving from time to time. And trust me, in 1 year time or even a month, you can see the progress that you made. Just watch the first video that you made and see how much improvement that you've made. I have done this a lot of time. And actually, I'm an introvert, 37 years old. I'm afraid and shy to talk to cameras. I'm stumbling across my words. I can't get my message across. Hence, I'm doing this 30-day challenge series of talking to the cameras just to help me to improve that. Because of what? Because I want to help you to grow your personal brand, even though you're an introvert. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Just watch my first video and you will see how sucks I am at the first videos. And this is just the 27 days of the 30-day challenge series. And just imagine how much things I have improved. And just within the windows of 30 days periods can actually improve your life, let alone if you keep the momentum and strive it throughout the whole year. Use this opportunity to plan your implementation for 2026. Don't wait for January to come, then to plan. Plan it now and implement it in January 2026. Don't have a New Year resolutions, but have a New Year implementations. Stay ahead of people that keep thinking about what to do. But instead, you're thinking about how to improve. That's the kind of mentality that will keep you striving forward and better beyond the way that you can just imagine. I hope this helps you.